Gentleman yields back. Our witnesses today include 3 current District of Columbia government officials and 1 former official from the Biden administration. First of all, we're very honored to have Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser here. Mayor Bowser was sworn into office on January 2nd, 2015, and began her 3rd term on January 2nd, 2023. Welcome, Mayor Bowser. Next, we have Phil Mendelson, Chairman, Council of the District of Columbia. He was sworn into office as chair on June 13th, 2012. His 5th term as chair began on January 2nd, 2023. Mr. Mendelson has been a member of the D.C. Council since 1999. Welcome. Next, we have Brian Schwab, Attorney General of the District of Columbia. He was sworn into office on January 2nd, 2023. Welcome, sir. And finally, we have Gregory Jackson. Mr. Jackson served as the Deputy Director of the White House of Gun Violence and Prevention and Special Assistant to the President during the Biden administration. Again, thank you all for joining us. I look forward to this discussion today. I'll say again, the purpose of this hearing is to try to determine solutions to the crime crisis in Washington, D.C., and how we can work together to make sure that the district is safe for all the residents and all the visitors who come here on a daily basis from all over the world. Pursuant to Committee Rule 9G, the witnesses will please stand and raise the right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Let the record show that the witness has answered in the affirmative, and thank you all. You may take a seat. We appreciate you being here today and look forward to your testimony. Let me remind the witnesses that we have read your written statement and they will appear in full in the hearing record. Please limit your oral statement to 5 minutes. As a reminder, please press the button on the microphone in front of you so that it is on and the members can hear you. When you begin to speak, the light in front of you will turn green. After 4 minutes, the light will turn yellow. When the red light comes on, your 5 minutes have expired, and we would ask that you please wrap up. I now ask Mayor Bowser to begin the opening statement segment of this hearing, and Mayor Bowser, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Comer, Ranking Member Garcia, and members of the committee. I'm Muriel Bowser. I'm Mayor of Washington, D.C., and I'm joined by the Chairman of the D.C. Council, Phil Mendelson, and the Attorney General for the district, Brian Schwab. I'm pleased to be here today to report on the state of the district. First, a bit of a primer about my hometown. As you know, in 1973, Congress passed the District of Columbia Home Rule Act, creating a local government with an elected mayor and elected city council. We are represented in this body by a mighty warrior, Eleanor Holmes Norton, but she does not have a vote, and we have no representation in the Senate. D.C. residents are full-blooded, tax-paying Americans. We are a donor state. We give more to the federal government than we get back. We have all the responsibilities of citizenship, but not the most important benefits: representation and full autonomy. I'm proud to report that the state of the district is strong, and while we face macroeconomic headwinds, with our continued sound financial management and your help, our economic growth outlook can improve. I recently sent to the council our 30th consecutive balanced budget with no new taxes or fees, a budget that reflects the sober reality of our time: declining revenues due to the unfortunate continuation of remote work, the reduction and relocation of DC-based federal workers, and other macroeconomic shifts. In 2024, we had the fastest growing population in the nations. Our schools grew in enrollment and achievement. Our parks system was rated #1. Over 27 million people visited our city, besting our previous record. Our metro system rebounded faster than other transit systems in the nation, and we drove down violent crime by 35%. Let me say something about our public safety ecosystem. It is unique. Like what happened in most jurisdictions across the country post-COVID, we experienced a violent crime spike in 2023. When I was last here, I explained how we would drive down those trends, and it is working. Today, compared to 2023, burglaries are down 34%, theft, motor vehicle theft, 37%, homicide down 44%, robberies down 60%, and carjackings are down 71%. Overall, violent crime is down 53% compared to 2023. And in the recent federal surge, we accelerated those gains, including a 1-month reduction in carjackings of 75%. In my last visit, I also explained the peculiarities of our system. We are very proud of the men and women of MPD who commit their lives to protecting the nation's capital, and they have my commitment to get back up to 4,000 officers with critical changes to our policy environment, a 13% raise, and enhanced recruitment efforts. MPD makes arrests. Most adult cases, however, are prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney for D.C., who is part of the United States Department of Justice. Our youth offenders are prosecuted locally by our Attorney General, and our Department of Youth and Rehabilitation Services, a local agency, is responsible for their commitment. But our youth and adult offenders are supervised by federal agencies. DC Jail is local, but most of our residents who are committed to detention are in federal facilities across the nation. Our judges are appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. We currently have 13 vacancies. As I've told you, we are putting every resource necessary towards public safety. I've authorized the chief to use the overtime necessary to make sure we have adequate police on the streets. We spent 1.8 million hours of overtime last year at a cost to us of $75 million. I've also reported to you previously that we engage regularly with regional and federal partnerships, including the United States Attorney, the FBI, and the ATF. And that's why we will continue to use enhanced federal resources as outlined in my mayor's order, creating the DC Safe and Beautiful Emergency Task Force. In 2023 and in the years since, we pushed for legislation to rebalance our public safety ecosystem, including the Secure DC Omnibus. I'm out of time now, Mr. Chairman, but throughout the questions, I hope to also explain to you other ways that the Congress can be helpful, including helping us get back to 4,000 officers, fully funding the president's, when it comes, requests for beautification and safety efforts in D.C. to support America 250, helping with our homeless services, especially bridge housing that is working to get people off the streets. And finally, as we were able to do, Mr. Chairman, with the RFK legislation, their finance and economic resilience opportunities, like creating an opportunity zone, or D.C.'s Act 60, like Puerto Rico's, to ensure the economic resilience of the nation's capital.
Thank you. Very good. I now recognize Chairman Middleton for his opening statement.